My mom grew up in small-town America, about as stereotypical as you could get. Surrounded by farmland for miles around, and everyone knew everyone. In high school, football was the most important thing in the world, maybe outclassed only by our nearby major college teams. The town she grew up in only had about 5,000 people in it. When they were pulled over, my mom and her 3 friends started to panic. One of them even started to cry. My mom is a rather collected person and had the sense to at least look behind her. She saw that there were 2 cops. One walked over to the car and the other stayed in the police cruiser. She tries to find out who the man is, but the light obscures his face. He walks over slowly and leans over to speak to the girls through their open window. My mom sighs in relief as she recognizes him. She knew him as Mr. Nelson, a big man in his 40s who went to her church. In her drunk state, she's hoping that they might be able to get out of this with only a warning. Hell, maybe he might agree to not tell her parents. Mr. Nelson looks right at my mom. "Having a good night, are we, Miss Kelvin?" he asks her. My mom smiles, both nervous and embarrassed. "Sorry, Mr. Nelson, we must have been distracting the driver too much." My mom had gotten used to lying by this point and was already pretty good at it, but Mr. Nelson looked unconvinced. He asks for the standard driver license and registration, and then asks them all to step out of the vehicle and walks back to his cruiser. "Oh no," my mom's friend whispers to her, "we're gonna get tested." My mom calms them down and they step out of the car. The cops ask them to do some pretty basic stuff at first, mostly stuff that you would expect from a cop trying to determine if you were drunk. Mr. Nelson and his partner, some guy that my mom didn't recognize, told the girls to stand over by their car, putting a fair amount of distance between the 2 groups. When my mom looks back at them, Mr. Nelson had the faintest of smiles on his face. "Okay, ladies," he says, "there's 2 things that could happen." Mr. Nelson turns to his partner and they both smile mischievously at one another. "We could take you home and tell your parents everything. We could do that, or," his smile gets bigger, "you could do something for us." A chill runs down my mom's back. She did not like the way he said that at all. "What kind of things?" one of her friends asks. Mr. Nelson's smile gets bigger. "It's not an evil or sadistic smile," she says. She said that it looked more like a smug satisfaction. "I'm thinking that we might have to conduct a strip search." My mom's blood went cold. Everything goes silent for a second, except for the smug smiles on their faces, and the low bit of laughter that came from the other officer. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. The Mr. Nelson that she'd known for years, who she saw every week, whose children went to school with her, was trying to force her 16-year-old self and friends to strip down in front of him.